Not again. Transformers. A popular TV show from the 80s that has been taken in many shapes and forms. The original show, action figures, and movies. There's about 8 of these movies, and I watched all of them recently. After watching all of them, I got interested in ranking them for a video. And after the success of my ranking every Thomas movie video, I thought maybe I'd do the same thing again, but with another franchise I'm super in love with. A little different than the other types of Thomas content I do on this channel, but I'm willing to try some new stuff out. Also, all of these are in my opinion, so like anything I hate or hate anything I like. Anyways, let's begin. Anyway, Autobots roll out, or some crap or stuff, I don't know. Transformers movie ever made, and made after the success of the show, or if the show came out after this, I don't know. This movie is an hour and 25 minutes and it still holds up even today. And this is still the best Transformers movie out of the others I'm going to talk about later. I'm sure plenty of fans and weirdos in their mom's basements are going to be mad at me for that take, but to me it's kind of true. The guys in mom's basements was just a joke, please don't come after me. So the movie starts on this robotic planet somewhere out in the galaxy. But Unicron, the giant planet sucker, comes along and destroys all of it, showing his power. Meanwhile, back on Cybertron, Optimus Prime sends a shuttle to fight off some Decepticons on Earth in Autobot City. Many Autobots come down to fight off some Decepticons, as Optimus told them. After the battle, Optimus is left to fight off Megatron, his arch-nemesis. Sadly, Megatron defeats him. After that, Optimus is taken to the hospital as he is severely damaged. As he is about to die, he gives the Matrix of Lyrics to Ultra Magnus, as he is now the new leader of the Autobots. And Optimus sadly passes away. And you want to know why they killed him off? For dumb toys to come out after the movie. Anyway, after that battle, Megatron was also damaged, and he is abandoned by the Decepticons. But Megatron is found by Unicron, who gives him a brand new body. Megatron is no longer, well, Megatron. He is now Galvatron. The Decepticon groups are rebuilt, and now Galvatron and Unicron plan to take the Matrix and destroy the Autobots. Throughout the movie, they're all just battling each other. But Hot Rod then becomes worthy of the Matrix of Leadership, and now becomes the dumbass Prime, or some crap, I don't know. He defeats Galvatron. All of the Autobots escape. And Unicron is destroyed. They all celebrate. And that's the whole movie. This movie is so timeless and incredible, and it's just awesome. The only negative I have is Optimus dying. But I'm sort of okay with it now, even though the reason for it was stupid. And at the end of the day, this was probably the best Transformers movie ever. Also, the ending theme slaps. S tier. Transformers 2007, the first live-action Transformers movie. Directed by Michael Bay, and it kick-started the Transformers cinematic universe. A lot of people say the same thing about this. It was good the first time, but the movies after it wasn't really so good. When I was younger, I used to think these movies were a bit different, and oh boy, was I wrong. I deserve the cone of shame. So we start things off with Sam Witwicky, high school teenager, who plans to sell his grandfather's glasses on eBay. His grandfather being Archibald Witwicky. Also has a crush on a girl at a school called Michaela Baines. And later, Sam and his dad plan to buy Sam his first car. But they don't realize that car is Bumblebee. Bumblebee transforms and fights off another Decepticon called Barricade. He saves Michaela and Sam. They then meet up with the Autobots, Optimus Prime, Jazz, Ironhide, Ratchet, and I just mentioned him a few seconds ago, Bumblebee. They inform Sam the Decepticons are looking for him and his grandfather's glasses, as the cracks on them secretly hide the location to the Allspark, a cube with the power for all Transformers, which the Decepticons are after to rule the universe. So Sam needs to help the Autobots use the cube to rebuild Cybertron, their destroyed home. Optimus and Megatron fight each other. Sam then uses the cube to destroy Megatron. Now Earth is saved. Sam gets the girl. Megatron's dead body is dropped in the ocean. And now the Transformers are living on Earth. This movie does focus on the humans a lot more. But hey, it's the first movie. And I guess it was kind of cool, honestly. So I guess I'll place it at C tier. I don't know. Now when I watched the sequel, I really hoped there was more Transformers in action. Oh, no. It focuses way more on the humans in this movie than it did in the last one. And there is like a few Transformers here, but they barely do anything. So after the first movie, Sam is finally heading off to college. Sadly, Bumblebee can't come because freshmen aren't allowed to have cars at the college he's going to. But the day he leaves, he finds a small piece of the Allspark, and symbols start being planted into his head. But these aren't just symbols, they're symbols to the location of the Matrix, which the Decepticons are after. Now the Decepticons start hunting Sam down and taking the symbols and the Allspark piece out of him. And they use it to bring back Megatron. He now plans to hunt down Sam as well for his boss, the Fallen, once a Prime that was good but now turned evil into a Decepticon. And as he starts hunting him, Optimus comes in and starts beating down Megatron. Sadly, Optimus dies at the hands of Megatron.
Sam, where are you? You're so weak.
Now with Optimus dead, Sam is forced to flee. And now with the last Prime dead, Fallen has regained his powers. Now Sam, Michaela, and this other guy, I don't know, go to find Agent Simmons, a guy from the last movie. They infiltrate this dingy museum to find an old Transformer to bring back Optimus. They are then taken to Egypt. Once they arrive, they find the Matrix. But since the Decepticons have been looking for it, they track down Sam in the desert to try and kill him. Thankfully, Sam finds the Matrix and is ready to plunge it into Optimus' body to bring him back. Why did the government bring a giant robot's corpse to the middle of a desert is beyond me, but, you know, like, big action scene. Finally, Optimus is brought back to life. He battles off Megatron and the Fallen. He finally kills the Fallen, and the movie ends with everyone leaving Egypt and going back home. Now, like I said at the beginning, I don't really like how they focused on the humans a lot more than the Transformers. Optimus is also barely in the movie, as he was basically dead throughout most of it, marking this as the second time he's died. I was really hoping that this movie would be better than the first, but oh boy, was I wrong. D tier. Dark of the Moon. This was just kind of a really odd. It does show the Transformers a little bit more in this movie, but it's basically Revenge of the Fallen all over again. So in this movie, Sam is all grown up and he's living with his new girlfriend, Carly. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Megan Fox, the one who played Sam's girlfriend, Michaela, in the last two movies. Yeah, she got fired because she made a reference to someone I don't want to say the name of. And it really offended one of the producers on the film, Steven Spielberg. So yeah, they got a new actor and they made her new character, Carly. Now Sam has a new job, but then Ken Jeong starts warning him about Decepticon conspiracy theories about living on Earth. Sam then tries warning the government, but they're not really interested. He also wants to talk to Optimus, but he can't as he's under the government's control right now. He wants to talk to Optimus, but he can't as he's under government services. As the Transformers start realizing about the first moon landing, there was another Transformer there, Sentinel Prime. So Optimus goes up to the moon to bring him back down to Earth. Optimus then uses the Matrix to bring him back. Later on, Carly gets kidnapped or something, I don't know. Later, Sentinel Prime also reveals he was working with the Decepticons, and they've been planning to lead them to Earth as there were many hiding on the moon all along and they can come down and destroy everything. The Decepticons promise they'll leave Earth alone only if the Autobots go away. But as the rocket was heading up into space, it is soon blown up by some missiles shot by an airplane. Now the Autobots are presumed dead. And we all know that the Decepticons lied and they just start destroying Earth even after the Autobots are dead. But surprise, surprise, the Autobots actually survive. They just fake their own deaths or something. And as a portal opens, revealing more Decepticons from the moon, Sam gets Carly back. Now a big battle ensues where they all fight each other. The portal to Cybertron is then closed off from the moon. Optimus fights off Megatron and kills him for the third time. And Optimus takes down Sentinel with one of the greatest one-liners ever.
What is the survival of our race? You must see why I had to betray you. You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself. No, Optimus!
Now Earth is freed once more. Like said at the beginning, this is really just a movie about humans. I also think it's weird how these movies change the history of the world. And I know it's not really supposed to be thought hard and I don't want to be that guy, but it really just does feel weird to me. The action scenes were cool, I will say that. But man, do these movies deserve better. D tier. This movie is going to be F tier, there is no doubt about that. May I say this is not the worst Transformers movie, but the weirdest. There's so many things in this movie that just don't make sense, and there's so many things in this movie that happen and aren't used again. they're just brought up out of nowhere, and the writers and producers decide to go nowhere with it. Now, before I start explaining the story, this movie does not focus on Sam Witwicky anymore. Michael Bay just thought his story was over, so he got someone new for a sequel. So we've got a new main character called Cade Yeager, and he has a daughter, which I forgot the name of. He's an inventor, and one day while he's working on his car, he finds out that car is actually Optimus Prime in disguise. This film takes place 4 years after Dark of the Moon. Turns out after that massive battle in Chicago, everyone hates the Transformers now, and they're being wanted. It seems that no matter what you do, you will always be criticized, even when you do the right thing. Which shows how angry and critical people can be. After the destruction of Chicago, Optimus has been secretly living on Earth from the government, as well as the rest of the Transformers. But he's rotting, decaying, and breaking down while he's still here on this planet. Later, the government tracks down Cade, and they plan to kill him and his family after having protection over Optimus. It also turns out Random Daughter Girl has a boyfriend, and he's able to drive all of them out of there. Optimus then meets up with the Autobots again, as well as some new Transformers. Like a samurai, a British gangster, I think, old Transformer who smokes and is from the army, and of course, Bumblebee. Later we find out evil CEO Boss Man, he's able to find Transformers tech, and with that tech they're able to make their own Transformers. Also, for some reason they still have Megatron's dead body. But now, with the Transformers tech, they're able to bring him back as Galvatron. That is the only time I will let them bringing him back slide. Because it makes sense. He's brought back in the series as an official canon. These movies just bring him back out of nowhere when he was already dead. But now he awakens and he causes havoc across the city. Also, somehow the Transformers are able to find these robotic dinosaurs, tame them, and use them to fight off Galvatron and his minions. Now they start battling each other in Hong Kong. Now all the Transformers are battling each other in Hong Kong. And even worse, Optimus tells everyone that a magnet is being used to bring Cybertron back to Earth. Dude, your home is gone. Why can't you just let it go? Anyway, the Autobots win and defeat the Decepticons or something, I don't know. Optimus now plans to leave Earth and find someone called the Creator, leaving the film on a cliffhanger. The humans aren't really explained much, but they're spended on so gosh dang much. Honestly, I would have preferred it more if they just focused on Sam. I'm putting this at F tier, but you already knew that. Now this movie, this is the worst Transformers movie. Everyone kept saying Age of Extinction is the worst. Oh no, this is the worst. So after Age of Extinction, Optimus is frozen in space. What did you expect after flying in space for 2 hours? On Earth, Cade is still a fugitive as the government are after him after the Hong Kong thing. I don't get why the government hate Transformers. They literally dropped Megatron in the ocean for the Autobots. Cade is now living in a junkyard on his own. His daughter probably went off somewhere, I don't know. With a bunch of Transformers just being complete idiots and acting dumb around him. Optimus returns to destroyed Cybertron and meets Queen Tessa, the Creator. He threatens to kill her after destroying his home, but then she brainwashes him. Anyway, Galvatron returns after dipping in the last movie. And he is looking for a staff which can help bring Cybertron back to Earth. Even though his home is pretty much too much there. But then, out of nowhere, Case needs to come with this British Transformer. Kate then meets Anthony Hopkins or something, I don't know. We also meet Vinnie, and she doesn't really do anything. In fact, she doesn't really do anything throughout the entire movie, actually. They're both sent on a secret mission to find the staff of Merlin. But then, brainwashed Optimus comes and steals the staff. Luckily, Bumblebee is able to get Optimus to snap out of his brainwashed. Except Galvatron arrives and steals the staff. Queen Tessa dies. Galvatron and the other Decepticons are defeated. And now they all go home. Like said, this is the worst Transformers movie. It was worse than Revenge of the Fallen, worse than Dark of the Moon, and worse than Age of Extinction. And Optimus was barely in it, as he was basically brainwashed throughout the entire thing. F tier. Hopefully the next Transformers movie is better. God, this movie happened. Without this, we'd still be in those old Michael Bay films. Thank you, old Michael Bay films. You did your best. Bumblebee wasn't just a reboot, but it did all the other Transformers movies justice. This movie literally focuses on the characters that it was named after. So this movie starts on Cybertron as all the Autobots and Decepticons are battling each other during this big war. As there's too many of them, all the Autobots decide to fall back and exit to the tower. Optimus finds a planet known as Earth and tells Bumblebee to go there to protect it as a hiding spot, like a pit stop. As Bumblebee travels to Earth, he battles a Decepticon, but he defeats him and takes out his voice. We then meet Charlie, played by Haley Steinfeld. Wait, haven't I seen her before? Huh. She also plays Gwen Stacy. Interesting. Who's struggling with a job and her family after her dad's passing. For her 18th birthday, she finds a car, but she doesn't know that car is Bumblebee in disguise. She fixes him up, and he starts transforming. She names him Bumblebee after his original name was B-127. Also, since B lost his voice, he starts using the radio to talk to his advantage. But soon, John Cena is hunting them down after he crashed on Earth. Soon, two Decepticons come to Earth and start fooling the government into capturing Bumblebee. Now Bumblebee starts fighting them off, but water soon starts coming in and they both get drowned. Charlie's also a great swimmer, so she goes down and saves him. So Bee and Charlie decide to say goodbye as they can't be friends anymore and he has to go into hiding. Now the Autobots are hiding on Earth from the Decepticons as they wait to return to Cybertron. I just love this movie. I just like this so much more than the other Bay films. It really does feel like Transformers, and it actually takes place in the 1980s when the original show came out. The battle on Cybertron is probably my favorite part of the movie. We see original characters like Soundwave, Starscream, RC, and Optimus has his original design from the TV show. I also really like the scenes with Bumblebee and Charlie. Those were cute and funny.
And that right there, that's your target. That's right. All right, just do it like this. Maybe if you just begin. Pete, what?
I just can't get enough of this movie. S tier. Like Bumblebee, this film actually feels like Transformers. It has more colors, it feels like the original show from the 80s. This movie starts out on the planet of the Maximals. Ape-Link, Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Rhinox, and Air-Razor. They have a weapon known as the Key, which Unicron, the planet sucker, wants. As Ape-Link gives the key to the others, they escape to Earth and have to leave Ape-Link behind, while Unicron comes and destroys the entire planet. We now cut to New York in 1994. We then meet Noah Diaz, who lives with his mom and sick younger brother, Chris. He then tries to get a job interview, but it's canceled and he doesn't get hired. So he decides to team up with his sketchy friend and steal a car from inside a location. But that car is, you guessed it, a Transformer. Optimus then transforms and calls all the Autobots. Now the car Noah's in starts, and it starts driving him by himself. Noah then finally meets Mirage, as well as Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and RC, as they are all looking for something known as the Key, which is the thing that the Maximals had. Soon Terracons come and terrorize the Autobots. They steal the key, but it's only half, and Unicron is angry. Now the Transformers team up with the Maximals. Soon Terracons come and steal the key, but Mirage comes. Soon he makes a suit into Noah, and him and Optimus fight off Terracons. The portal is then destroyed, and Unicron starts to die. Now the Transformers still live on Earth. I really like this movie. We see Unicron for the first time in these live-action movies. It was really funny, by the way. The battles were also really sick, by the way. Pretty much just as good as the last one. S tier. It is finally over. After so long, this video is finally finished and I don't have to suffer. This video was fun at some parts, but overall I'm just tired and ready for this to be over with. As for the ranking, here is the finished tier list. In order we have Transformers the movie, the greatest Transformers movie ever. Rise of the Beast, true Transformers. Bumblebee, the movie that Transformers needed. Transformers, sort of good, but I wish it had more robots in it. Dark of the Moon, a movie that just focuses on humans way too much. Revenge of the Fallen, same thing as Dark of the Moon. Age of Extinction, so bad it's not even funny. The Last Night, the worst Transformers movie ever. When I first started writing this, I was really just excited. I was kind of on a Transformers high. I loved every single movie of this that I was watching. At least the ones at S tier. And maybe C tier. These are overall just really good movies, and I enjoy Transformers a lot. The show is good as well. I'm not saying the movie's the best part. I just love seeing this franchise go in many different ways that are actually kind of cool. I also hear they're making a new Transformers movie, Transformers 1. It says the movie will focus on the relationship between Optimus and Megatron before they became enemies. Not the longest video I've ever made, but probably one of the quickest ones. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more funny content, and I'll see you guys later. Also, before you go, there's one more thing I'd like to show you.